Hey, what's going on everybody? And welcome to another episode of the Bonkers Cards podcast. This week on the podcast, I want to talk about everything there is to know about what a vintage break is. Many of you guys have been seeing some of my content over the last week talking about my new 1952 Topps vintage break that I just announced, and a lot of you probably aren't familiar with what a vintage break is. The purpose of this podcast episode will be to dive a little bit deeper into what vintage breaking is, how it got started, and where we are now. So in terms of breaking, for those of you that don't know, breaking is when you buy a small spot or a small percentage of a greater either box of product or complete set. In this instance, the vintage 1952 Topps Low Series set, I have the complete set, and people have the opportunity to buy in for each spot that will guarantee them one card for the set. Now, in the modern world, you often see breaks happening through people purchasing team spots. Essentially, if somebody has a new hobby box of whether it be football, basketball, or baseball, participants of breaks can claim teams. So if I have a $300 hobby box and I don't want to pay for the full hobby box, maybe I just want to buy one specific team. I want to buy all of the Yankees cards. Well, some people can buy spots of specific teams. So I can spend, let's say, $25 and get every Yankees card that comes out. But if a Mike Trout card gets pulled, I'm not entitled to that card. So that's what we see the modern breaking world consist of. Typically, it's team spots or maybe divisions, and it's of players that are playing currently with modern made product. That is the majority of your Instagram or TikTok or whatnot feed, right? It's most of the time set of hands, ripping wax, opening packs, and trying to find hit cards with autographs or game-used memorabilia on them. Vintage breaks, they're a little bit different. What a vintage break gives you the opportunity to is win major hit cards from the iconic cards of Topps' history, in my case specifically, vintage baseball. A vintage set break allows for you to win a massive card. In this case, the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, the holy grail of the hobby. I currently have a complete 1952 Topps Low Series set plus this mantle, and people have the opportunity to buy spots into the break. With each spot that you buy, it guarantees you one card at random from this set break. Once all 311 spots are filled within the set break, we then go to the actual day of the break. I upload all 311 names that claimed all 311 spots into a random name generator. I use random.org. Once all the names are uploaded, we then roll a die, which allows us to see how many times we're going to hit the randomizer button. Once we figure out how many times we hit the randomizer button, I go for it. If we roll a 7, for example, I will then hit the randomizer button 7 times, and where the numbers lie on the 7th randomize will be the number card that you get in the set. So, for example, if you land on card number 311, that is the Mickey Mantle card. That is you winning this holy grail Mickey Mantle card for the spot price of $265 to $200, depending on how many spots you buy. So that's the attraction into vintage breaks. Most people don't have $30,000 to $35,000 to buy a Mickey Mantle 52 Topps set card. However, many more people have the opportunity to spend $200 to $265 on a single spot to potentially win the mantle. So that is why we've introduced the vintage set break. Now, there's also another way that we've been adding into the fun with this 52 Topps set break, and that is introducing 52 spot break minis. What's a mini 1952 Topps set break spot? Well, I'll tell you. For a mini spot, you can spend $25. There'll be 10 spots per mini, and it allows you a 1 in 10 chance to win a spot into the main 1952 Topps set break for only $25. So what I've been doing is I take 10 vintage cards and I make the 10th spot the winner of the 52 Topps Mantle set break. So for $25 you get in, at the bare minimum you win a card, at the best you get into the 52 Topps set break. These minis have been popular this week, and I'll be continuing to do them on my weekly night shows, typically at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, so you'll want to check that out. The breaking trend that started probably 5 to 6 years ago in popularity with modern product has started to trickle into the vintage world. I've noticed vintage breaks happening for the last few years, and once I recognized the popularity of them, I wanted to start them here on my channel. The 1952 Topps set break is the 7th set break we've done this year, and I'm hoping to do many more. As it currently stands, the 1952 Topps set break is almost halfway filled, which means we are going to be giving away a 1952 World Series ticket between the New York Yankees and the Brooklyn Dodgers. Once we cross that 150 spot threshold, I will be announcing another free giveaway for those that enter the break in the back half. I'm hoping to get this set break done soon, and I hope that this video helped clarify what it is a vintage set break is and how it differs from some of the modern set breaks. If you enjoyed this video, comment below and let me know if you'd like to get involved with this set break. Again, my info is linked in the bio of my social profiles, and we'd love to have you. So thank you so much. This has been Bonkers Cards Podcast.